This is our upper body pull day at home regimen. We're going to start off with the lats in a pullover series here. You can use a band docked like this in any way or over the top of a door. Just close that bad boy. Here I'm actually getting the lats taxed in their shortest position. Standing tall, abs braced, chest open, and then I'll actually go into mechanical drop set, essentially bending over at the hip and continuing with the pullover motion. Really just trying to get the lats rolling on this. You get a good feel, warm them up, get some blood in there. From here we actually move to the ground, and you can do this with a single dumbbell or with two dumbbells. I prefer two like this, especially if you're limited for weight. You want to make sure you press them together, and then make sure your shoulders are in a good position, good pack position, abdominal walls tight, press to the ground, slowly lowering, and we're actually going to get you a 2-second pause down here at the bottom, 2 to 3 second pause I should say. In the most stretched position, try to resist the urge for that lower back to arch. If you can elevate yourself on a bench, even better, because you're going to get more range of motion, but just pausing for a longer period of time in that stretched position really is going to get what we're looking for. From there we transition right to the row series in a bent over position. I like doing them butt supported, kind of keeps it in a good spot, supports the lower back. We're going to do an elbows out variation, packing those shoulder blades first, and I'm doing them in 1.5 rep fashion. You can see I'm spending some time at the top, down on the way, up, back down a quarter, then up, and that's 1 rep. So here we are hitting lats, but more upper back as well. And what we'll do from here is a transition to elbows at the side, a little bit more lat emphasis, but we're still doing that 1.5 rep style, really nailing the upper back and lats with this 4 exercise series. The next series is a little bit more focused on upper back and rear delts, starting with a band pull apart. Big thing is to keep those shoulders in a good position. You can see a drop into a depressed position, showing you from the back, making sure we're not arching the lower back as we do this. And then from the band pullover, we actually move to a band face pull. I know it can get a little cumbersome having to put that bad boy back up and then take it back off, but it's worthwhile. So here, now going into a band face pull, trying to keep the abdominal wall braced, elbows high, pulling to about the chin or the neck, working here upper back, mid traps, rhomboids, rear delts, and then from here moving into a bent over position again, butt supported, all the way over, making sure we have a good shoulder position, and actually internally rotating your shoulders. You can see me move the dumbbells outward, and then just trying to get as full range of motion as you can. If your trajectory isn't the same as mine, that's okay, but just know that we're trying to accomplish good posture, good position, get rear delts and little upper back smoked with this tricep. And actually I should say that's more of a giant set, because from there we move into a kneeling upper back stretch. You can go from 2 knees or 1 knee, basically making sure you're bracing the abdominal wall, getting a good stretch in this position. You can use a railing for your stairs, a lot of different things. I prefer to do things oftentimes unilaterally or single arm, so you can see me showing that variation here. And as you do that, you want to make sure you have the opposite leg in front. Now we got to move to the guns, move to the biceps. We'll start with a band bicep curl. Notice good shoulder position. My elbows are positioned in front of my shoulders so we can bias the biceps even more. And we're just cranking out curls here, really just trying to almost pre-fatigue before we move into the dumbbell movements. The first of which is going to be a dumbbell hammer curl. Again, you're going to get that good shoulder and arm position so we can bias and really hit the biceps. Doing it a 1.25 rep, doing the quarter portion at the top here, keeping a lot of tension on that brachialis, little brachioradialis and biceps here. And then as we get to close to fatigue, moving into a supinated or underhand position to bias the biceps a bit more. And again, doing that 1.5 repetition style, but the half now being at the bottom in a closer to stretch position. If you wanted to really get technically sound in terms of positions of flexion, we could put you back up against a wall, leaning back into a wall, and do that and get a more of a lengthened position of the bicep, but those will do for now. And to finish a biceps wall stretch, you can do 2 at the same time, or 1. I prefer 1. I feel a little bit better stretch. You can see as we move up, we get more of a stretch, and even as we move up and then rotate the other shoulder back, we can get an even greater stretch. And then to finish off the whole pull day, just burning out the whole back, starting with a kneeling band row, just getting as many reps as you can here, just banging those out, and then almost again doing a mechanical drop set, moving into a band pull down. Now what we're looking for is to get you really fatigued with this, just to really finish off your day, and then we actually move into a stretch for the lat, very similar to the one we did earlier in the day, but now leaning more at the torso, getting more of a vertical position so we can stretch again. You can do 2 legs, or as mentioned, like I like, you can do 2 legs, 2 arms. You can do 1 arm at a time again, going with the opposite side. They're doing a little bit more upper back, and then now moving into that lat single arm. And that is our pull day.